So yesterday I given you introduction. Introduction, and I told you how to install Power BI desktop on your systems. I hope you all have done it. Otherwise, please do it. And if you are using Mac machine, you cannot do it. Please remember, you cannot install Power BI on Mac. That is, you have to use the roundabout method, like installing the second operating system Windows on your, in a virtual machine, and then you have to install. Okay, so that is a big problem with Power BI. It will not work on Mac. Fine, let us come back to our story. So I hope you all installed. I am at that impression that you are installed. Now if you look into this, this is my Power BI desktop icon, and even I have here on my taskbar. So let me click on this one. So here some options will come, just time being don't use it. Now this is your workspace, entire Power BI desktop, how it looks like. As of now, I did not load any data set into my Power BI environment. Now, this is called the main ribbon. The top one, what you are seeing here, it is called the main ribbon. And here you can find three things. One is data, another one is visualization, another one is filters. These are called pane. Okay, this is the filter pane, visualization pane, and this is called the data pane. Because I don't have any data as of now, so the data pane is empty. There is nothing it is showing. Now, if you look into this, these are the default visuals available in your Power BI. Okay, these are more than enough. Honestly, I'm telling you, these things can do many things. You can do with this. Sometimes, if you want, you can use this and install customized visuals from outside app. Means third party supported visuals also you can download and you can use here. Okay, that we can see later. Don't worry. So now here you have the home ribbon, and here if you can observe, get data, Excel work. So all these are the different data sources. Again, it is giving here. Okay, and here transform data, visual, text box, all these things we can see one by one. But this is what I am interested. Get data is the one which I am very much interested in this home ribbon. Here you have some other home ribbon subtabs like insert, modeling, view, optimize, and help. Okay, these things we can see one by one slowly. No need to hurry. No need to learn everything in 1 hour. This is not a crash course or 1 hour course. Okay, so we will learn slowly. Many things we have to learn. Now, here there is something called views, report view, data view, and the model view. There are some views. What are all that also we can see. And here three important steps. First step is you have to get data from the data source to your Power BI environment. Okay. So today I shared you all one data set, that is Superstore sales data set. Okay. So the first step is you have to extract data into your system. Now I'm using the get data method, and here I'm using the more method. So that if you can click on the more, you can find many data sources. You can get from Excel, you can get from CSV, XML, JSON, even you can extract data directly from the folder. Another advantage with Power BI is create once, use many times. Means, for example, let us take a small scenario. Every day I'm getting new data from my system. So I have to update my reports with by adding this new data also to my existing data. You don't need to go to office and you don't need to recreate all the things. Just by a simple small mechanism, you can automate it. So that every day, for example, I'm getting data at 4 o'clock early morning. By 4 hours 1 minute, your all reports will be updated dynamically. This advantage very useful in real time use case. Okay, very important, useful. so that you don't need to read or you don't need to go to office at morning 3 o'clock with the sleepy face and do something and sometimes do wrong, right? So many things. So you don't need to do that. Simply you can automate your dashboard or your reports. Okay. Now the even all these are different sources. For example, even if you can see SAP HANA, you can get it. Amazon Redshift. Even I don't know what is Amazon Redshift. Seriously, even Impala. Many are there. There are so many unknown things, so many known things. So even Snowflake data, right? Even you are having Power BI built-in data sets also. Even you can get them. Like this, we have more than 100 varieties of different data sets support in Power BI. Okay, even your this fabric is different. Don't go for fabrics. So now my data source is Excel workbook. So once I click on the Excel workbook, here you are getting few things. Don't worry about these two. This is connect. So you have to establish a connection to your Excel workbook. Now this is the file I want to use as of now. Okay, so that is what I shared with you all. Now I am open. So I am selecting that Excel file to bring into my Power BI environment. So let us see one thing, you should not keep your Excel open and extract here. Please remember your Excel should not be open. Whatever source file you are using, this is my source file as of now. Okay. So if you can see here, you are having multiple tabs. You have orders, you have people, returns, something sample one. So I want to extract only one sheet, that is orders sheet. Okay, these are the sheets. Okay, and these are the tables. So that orders table I'm extracting from Excel to my system. If you can see here, once you click on the orders, even you can extract multiple things at a time. Don't worry for that at this point. Let us leave it like that. So time being, I want to extract only orders. Now, here you can see three different things. One button is load button, another button is transform, another one is cancel. So if I cancel, the loading will not happen. I mean, I cannot load into, I will not. What load will do? Load will load this data set into my Power BI environment. Okay. And this transform data is the one which I can use to transform data, means if any issues in your data, you have to clean the data so that you have to make sure that is fit for your Power BI reports or visuals. Okay, there should not, there is a lot of different issues in the data. Basically here as of now, it is perfectly clean data. So we don't need to worry about cleaning the data. But in the next week, we will start learning how to clean the data in many cases, different case studies we will see. But today, at least as of this week, what we learn is how to create the visuals only. Okay, fundamental basic visuals, how to create. So first we have to learn that, then we have to see how to transform your data when there is issues. Then you have to learn how to use the DAX functions and all. Then you have to do a big project and that will complete your entire study. Okay. Now I'm loading the data. So it is loading the data into my Power BI environment. So there is 9,995 total rows. Now, if you can observe here, I can see something called orders. This is a table. Every sheet will be treated as a table in Excel. Okay. So this is the data. And if you can see here, if you click on this one, you can find something. What are all the different columns in your table? Okay. These are all the columns in my table, in my data. If you can observe here, here you can find a sigma symbol. Here you can find something called calendar symbol, and there is no symbol before some other column names. What is that one? Any guess what is that one? Why you are having? Those who are already learned, please don't comment. I just asking you guys, what does it mean?
Like we are having different dates, different variables for that particular column, so that you
Okay.
can.
So each column is of single data type. Please remember, you cannot have multiple types of data type for a single column. A column can be represented with a single data type. I will tell you another important thing. The main difference between Excel and Power BI. I hope you all know Excel. Power BI looks like an advanced version of Excel. Okay, but there are many advantages. What it is? In Excel, if you apply any formula, that formula is only for that single cell. That is not for entire column or entire table or entire row. It is only for a single cell. But in Power BI, any change, any formula you apply, it is for entire column or it is for entire table. So that is the main difference between Power BI and Excel also. Okay, fine. Leave it there. Now, here if you can click on the category, here it is showing something called what is the name of the field. This field or that column name is category and the format is text. Data type. I'm interested in this data type. The data type is of text type data. So Power BI also is having different data types. How your every programming language is having data types. Power BI also has some data types. Okay. So this is the text type data. So when there is nothing, means if you can look into this data, we will see exploratory data. Okay. So it is just a nothing but a text. Text means string type data. For example, my name Venkat. Venkat is a string, so it is not numerical, non-numerical data type. Okay. And if you can click here, you can find multiple things. These three comes under one category. These three under one category. This is one category. True false binary, anyhow, we are not handling that much because that will be useful when you are working with scientific applications more and more. Okay, not with the commercial applications. Anyhow, it's okay, fine. That also we can see later. So these three I'm very much interested. The first set, second set, and third set. You have three sets of different sets of data or different types of data in Power BI mainly. One is the text type data, what we have seen. Even if you look into city, city is also of type text. Now let us look into discount where you have sigma symbol. This symbol is called sigma mathematically. Okay, that is a Greek symbol or mathematical Greek symbol sigma. If you look into that, it is showing as a decimal number. Okay. It is a decimal number, means you are having 2.5, 6.8 like that. It is not a single number. I mean, a integer or whole number. For example, if we say whole number means it is -1, -2 like this, and 0, 1, 2, 3. That is the whole number. Means no real in real number system, negative integers and positive integers with 0. We can call that set as whole numbers. It is like this. It is ranging from minus infinity, -1, 0, right? 1, 2. It is like this. So this is called whole number system. And this except 0, -1, -2, and these were called as integers. This set is called positive integers. This set is called negative integers. And positive integers plus negative integers plus 0, we can call it as whole numbers. Okay, please remember. Just I hope you already knew in your childhood, but just I am recollecting that knowledge to you. Decimal number means 2.8. It is a decimal number. So something fraction. You are having some fraction that is called a decimal number. And a fixed decimal number means here you do not have any how many digits you should have. Okay. After decimal, how many digits you should have, that is not fixed. That can be varied. But here it is fixed means, for example, if I say 2, it means I can have only after decimal, I can have only 2 digits. I cannot have another digit here. Okay, I should not have. That is what the fixed decimal number means. It will truncate. For example, if the actual value is 2.879, it will truncate or convert into nearest decimal of 2 digits like 2.88. Okay, that is what the fixed decimal will do. Am I clear? Am I clear or any doubts in this
No doubt,
number
sir.
system? Right? Clear, right? Okay. If you have any doubts, please ask me. No problem. Don't think that this is a silly question or a big question, small question. Any question is a question, doubt is a doubt. Okay. The next one is, if you can look here, you can find a calendar symbol, and if you click on that one, you can find it is of type date. Here, time, date, and time. Three different categories, subcategories in that one. And don't worry about all those things. Time being, let us see, it is of type date. Okay. So date is very important, especially when we are working with Power BI reports, because we have to develop reports basing on the many things we do according to with respect to time, right? Most of the things, most of the analytics we will do with respect to time only. 99% of analytics will be done with respect to time. So date and time is very, very critical for the reports. If there is no date and time, obviously that does not look good. Okay, even you can create some reports, but that you can just, I mean, you can put only small data. You cannot have multiple combinations if you don't have date. Now, the next thing is now you can find something in data, and here now you understood what are all the three different types of data in Power BI. Okay, I think I have the PDFs for all this information I can share with you today. Don't worry, even for your later references. Okay, notes is there. Now, here you have the visualization pane. So this is the data pane, and now we explored what is that one. And here you have the visualization pane. In this pane, you can find different types of charts, what types of visualizations you can do. And these filters we can see later what is the filters is. Now, if you look into this here, you are having three things: views, different types of views. This is the report view. As of now, we are in the report. So where you can develop your reports. Next one is data view. If you click on this one, it will show you the top rows. Okay, the maximum rows, how much can be fit into this window, it will show you. So if you look into this, you have to explore before starting your visualization or your reports. You have to explore and understand what is the data you are doing, what is the problem statement, for what purpose you want to develop your visuals, right? So what analytics you want to do it. So you should have some clarity about your requirements, what to do. Otherwise, I can make any types of visual which does not carry any meaning. Okay, I can do it. Why not? I have so many options. I have infinite set of combinations. I can do anything. But you have to be very clear for what purpose you want to develop your visuals or charts. That is very important. If you can look into explore this data, here you have the row ID, order ID. So row ID, forget about the row ID. Maybe some unique value they are giving for each and every row. If you look into this one, first of all, this data set is about orders, means some online or offline, whatever it may be. There is a store, and the store is getting orders from different customers, and they're delivering. Just you can think it is like your Best Buy, Walmart, or even your Amazon. Okay, so you are having, even if you can see, you can order from the home and they can deliver to the home, right? So you have multiple options. So this data set is belonging to that type of scenario. Okay. Now here I have the order ID, means I can place, when you place an order, for example, let us place an order in Amazon, right? So they will give you an order ID, right or wrong? Will they give you order ID or not? You have to track it order later, right? Can you track it or not? Have you ever applied, I mean, ordered anything in Amazon or not, you guys? Come on, speak.
Yes, yes.
What about others? Have you been?
Sir, I have also a small doubt.
Yeah.
This row ID, how
Hmm.
it is segregating the data like 43 for 514? What is the background of this two?
show the top
Row
rows
ID
as
is
what
some
it is.
unique ID it is giving. Don't worry about what the row ID represents as of now. No need to worry about it. Okay.
No, you told that some top data will be displayed here, right? In data view.
No, 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 no. Here it is how much it will fit, it will display in this window.
Okay.
Okay. Not top. No top or no bottoms. Okay. Fine. All others are clear on this one? Okay. Now,
Yes.
if you can observe here, here you can find same order ID repeating 2 times, right? Right or wrong? How we
Yes.
can justify that one? What is our, even if you can see here, it is there for many number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, same order ID repeated.
Because the date number order date is same.
Maybe. So what?
Mhm.
It is not delivered on that day.
Even customer ID also same.
Different
Now tell
products
me
in the
what
same
does it
order
mean?
ID.
Pardon?
Different products in the same order ID.
In the same order, I can place multiple products, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
So at one time, I can place, it is not mandatory to place one order at one time, right? I can log in and I can place multiple orders at a time. So each and every product is having one row, right? It is one row. So it is a one row entry, right? So here I ordered two different products in the same order. Even if you can observe, all are same here, right? Except if you can go to the end, here only it is changing. The product IDs are changing. Means I ordered two different products or items in the same order. Am I right? See, this understanding is very important. You will see why I am very much keen on explaining these small factors. You will understand slowly. Okay. Because when you are creating your visuals, it will give you some values. So you have to understand what is the meaning of that value. Okay. So if you do not understand, then there is no use, right? So you have to understand what is the meaning of each and every value you are getting in your visual. So that much deep you have to think. Okay, no problem. So now this is the order date, means when I placed the order. So today I placed the order. So that date is here. And ship date is when your product is shipped from the godown or from the supplier who is supplying this product to you. Because if you can see Amazon, you can find a lot of suppliers. Like for example, let us see Amazon. Let us log into Amazon.in. Let us try to look for some laptop, something whatever it may. Let us click on this one. If you look into this one, this is not selling by Amazon. Please remember, this is sold by Athario Retail Private Limited, and some third party is selling this product to you, but will be delivered to you by Amazon. This is not selling by Amazon. Am I right? Now let us look into another item. Let us say something called what is that one? Let's say some dal, whatever it may be, dals and pulses. So let us take something here. This is sold by Amazon retail, so it is selling by Amazon directly. So Amazon is also having their retail stores. Means some products, basing on the product type, somebody will ship it for you. Okay, but finally Amazon is responsible for delivering this product to you. Am I right? So that is what here the ship date means when your product is shipped from the supplier, whether it is Amazon, whether it is third party, or whether it is ABC. Now ship mode, how it is shipped. Now again, if you look into that, you have For example, I want express delivery. So I want my product to be delivered by today evening. So they will take extra money and they will do express delivery. Sometimes standard delivery, right? I don't want product to come so, I mean, hurry. I'm not in hurry. So the product can come after 3, 4 days. Sometimes the product may take even 10 days. But please remember, especially in this type of mechanism, if your product will deliver after 1 year, definitely nobody will buy it, right? Can you buy a laptop which will deliver you after 1 year? Can you buy it? Come on, tell me, common sense. Can you
No,
buy a laptop which will deliver you in the 2024? Can you order it now? Can you pay for that now? Guys, please
no,
put the
we'll not
pause.
be paying for it.
Right? What about others? Why others are silent? See, make noise, yeah. Don't keep silent. Don't sleep. I'm already wake up. Okay. So now the customer ID. Customer ID means whenever you register with your Amazon, Amazon will give you a customer ID, right? Just like when you create an account in the bank, bank will be given you an account number, right? So that is a unique number, and using that number, you can access your all information related to you, right? So that customer ID is unique. Now, name of the customer, even you can have multiple same customer. I mean, different customers can have the same name. You cannot avoid it, right? For example, my name is Venkat. There may be another 2, 3 Venkats also. You cannot say that Venkat is already joined, so you should not join, right? Can we do like that or not? For example, a person with name Venkat already had an account in Amazon, so you don't allow any other Venkats to join in Amazon, right?
No, that is not possible.
So different customers can have same name, right? It is not mandatory that only name is unique. Please remember this point also. Name is not unique. Okay. Segment. So the product belong to which segment? You may have multiple segments here: consumer, corporate, and home office. Okay, that's okay. And which country the orders were placed from? Which country? You all know. I don't need to explain that. And which city? And the city belongs to which state? What is the zip code? And which region it is belonging to? What is the product ID? Again, remember, product ID is unique, right? It is unique for each and every product. Will have different product ID, and this belongs to which category and which subcategory. Okay, out of corporate segment, it belongs to office supplies category, and again in that you have storage subcategory. What is the product name of the product, and what is the sale price? So what price is sold? Okay, here I'm not worrying about how much price I bought that. I mean, the supplier, how much he paid to his supplier, it's not here. Okay, it is only showing how much price you have to pay. As a consumer, how much you have to pay. The end customer will be called as the consumer. Okay, am I right or wrong? All this terminology you have to be, you have to understand. Okay, the end customer who is, for example, I am placing an order, I will be called as a consumer. And that some apparel retail we have seen that guy is selling on behalf of Amazon. So that Amazon is a customer to the apparel. Okay. Anyhow, we will understand all this in supply chain mechanism. There is one project on supply chain there. I will explain all these things in more detail. And here, how many number of quantities? So how many number of items you ordered? Sometimes you may place order for 2, 3 items also. Same item, 2, 3 numbers you can order, right? For example, I want to buy a laptop, I may buy one. But if I want to buy t-shirts, I may buy two t-shirts. For example, I am buying sugar 1 kg, or I may buy 2 kg pouch, 1 kg pouches, right? So it can be possible. And how much discount they provided. Sometimes, again, if you look into discount, you have multiple number of discounts. Okay, so here I did not get any discount for this product, and how much profit I got. I got means not the consumer, the, the retailer. Who, I mean, the supplier who, how much profit, how much percentage, or how much money, it is money only. Okay, so he got $3.89 profit by selling these two quantities of the product to the end customer or consumer. The name of the consumer is here Ruben Hausman something. Okay, so this is the way you have to first explore the data, what it contains. You have to understand. Okay, so this topic is done. And where I did not go deeper into this. And please remember, you may have multiple tables. It is not like one table. I can show you one of the things so that you can easily understand what I mean to say. For example, if you look into this one, so this is the final big project what I told we are going to learn. Okay, this one. There's a lot of data in this. That's why it is taken. If you can see here, I have a lot of tables, lots of tables, right? This is not a single table. Okay, there's a lot of things in this one. Okay, many things are there. Don't worry, don't get tense about all this now. Okay, but just I'm showing. And if you can see here, I have multiple tables. So this is a real-time project. Okay, this is what we are going to learn at the end. We have to create all these things. And here, if you can see here, here you are having the relationships between the tables. All these are tables, and you have to create the relationships, all these relationships to extract cross data, cross table data. You have to, if you want to find, then you have to do this. And this is called modeling. Okay, you have to establish relationships, and there are multiple ways you have to do multiple things you have to do on this one. But this is the final process you guys are going to learn as part of our training. This will take 10 days. Okay, the explanation and doing it will take 10 days. It is not going to finish in one day. Okay, so finally we have to develop a big project like this. That is what I mean to say. You can have many things in this one. Even you need to understand the scenario. Okay, you have to understand scenario, you have to even analyze each and every plot, what it is, why we made like this, what it represents, what are these KPIs, many things. Okay, finally, that is what our goal. So here, if you can see here, we have only one table. So I don't have any relationships with this table with other tables because I don't have other one, right? So he's solo game player. Okay. So now this is in brief about all the components in your Power BI desktop. Any doubt, please let me know. Then we can start with a simple visual creating. Please don't hesitate to ask if you have any doubt. Otherwise, at least tell me you don't have doubt. I can proceed further.
No doubt, sir.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Like when you were in the data pane in
Hmm.
the orders table, like
Hmm.
all the numeric columns will have a sigma in front of it because I saw
Yes.
something on zip code. Zip code doesn't make sense to have a sigma on that. So is it all the numeric columns will have a summation sign?
By default, Power BI has ability to find out what each and every data type. In case if
Okay.
you are finding it is wrong, you can change it later.
Okay. So it is not like a sigma of that. It's just like the regular numeric
Sigma
values
is
in
not
each.
adding. Sigma here you are
Okay. It's not
not adding.
adding.
It is
Okay.
just a symbol to show that
Mhm.
this is numerical data.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that is default. That's what my question
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. You
Okay.
change it. For example, I don't want this to be numerical. I can change
So
it.
in that case, order date is also going to be the sigma symbol, right?
No, it is a date type data, right?
Yeah, date is a different.
Okay.
The
Okay.
three
Thank
different
you.
types. Yeah, please. Dipti.
No, because the order date is also considered as a numeric numbers, right?
No,
That's why I'm
date will be considered as different data type, right? We have already
okay.
the three different categories of data types, right? If you can
Mhm.
see here, you have three categories, right?
Yeah, it's a time data.
This is the number type, this is the date type, and this is the text type.
Okay.
So out of these three are interchangeable, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, don't worry about that one. These three are interchangeable, these three are interchangeable, no problem. The behavior will be same.
Okay.
Okay. We'll explore more, don't worry. We'll explore each and every point more and more detail. Yeah, any other questions till now?
So you said like we need to create the table, right? So that table is we are always taking from the Power BI desktop or like we are creating our own tables.
Even you can create your own tables also. That
Okay.
possibility is also there. We do also.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever coming from source, as of now, you have got this table from the source data, right? There is somebody is the source here. As of now, the Excel is your source, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you are taking data from the source. So whatever you do here, it is not going to reflect in your source. Whatever you do here. Okay, but if you do any change in the source, that will reflect on your data here in reports. For example, I can filter some data, even I can eliminate something, even I can do many things here in transformation. During the data transformation, I can do a lot of things. Okay. So at that point of time, whatever I have done, that is not going to reflect back into your source. But if you do any change in the source, that will reflect into your report. Okay. Then we will explore many things. Don't worry. Don't worry at this point of time.
Okay.
Any questions? Okay, fine. Let us look into how to create a simple visual. Just I'm not going to explore it more. We will explore it tomorrow. But first, I will show you how to create a visual. Now, this is called your canvas. Okay, if you can look into this one, this is called your canvas, this white space. So build visuals with your data. Select or drag fields from data pane onto the report canvas. There are multiple ways you can do it. Okay. Even for example, I can just do this and it will create one visual too. Okay. Automatically it will create by default using its Power BI intelligence. It will try to do something, but anyhow I'm not interested in that one now as of now. So here, if you can see the first row, here you are having the, if you can place your mouse over any visual, it will show you what type of visual it is. It is a stacked bar chart, it is stacked column chart, it is the clustered bar chart like this. So let us try to explore the stacked column chart now. So how to bring this stacked column chart onto your canvas? For example, if I drag and drop, no, nothing will happen. Okay, you cannot drag and drop. Only you click on the visual, you can get a blank visual on your canvas. When you click on the visual, you can get a blank visual on the canvas. I'm just expanding it more. Basically, you should not create this much big visual, single visual, okay? Because you have to fit many visuals just now as I showed in a single page. Okay, so your visuals should not occupy your entire canvas. One visual, one canvas. Okay, don't do like that. Now, if you look into this is a column chart. As of now, you can say, or it is almost close to your histograms or bar charts. Okay, but not histogram properly, but it is like that. So if you click outside the visual, you are getting nothing here. Okay, there's nothing here. Only add data fields or something is there, that's not required. But if you click on the visual, it is showing something here on the visualization pane under what information you want to place on your x-axis. So this is your x-axis, right? This is your x-axis. This is your y-axis, right? So this is the x-axis, right? And this is your y-axis. So what information you want to place on your x-axis and what information you want to place on your y-axis. That is what it is looking from us. Okay. So now if you observe this column chart, what type of information we can place in column chart? First, we have to understand that. What information we can place is any categorical variable or any text type versus numerical. Text on the x-axis and numerical data on the y-axis, then you can use the column chart. So what does that mean? So for example, in this data, I want to display the totals, the sales according to the region. So I have multiple regions. I want the sales according to each and every region. So I want to place which I have to place on x-axis and which I have to place on y-axis. So I want to plot between I want to plot between sales and region. So which will come on x-axis, which will come on y-axis? Now tell me.
Region is coming on x-axis.
Which will
Sales
come
on
on?
y-axis.
So which will come on x-axis?
Region.
Yeah, region is coming on x-axis and sales are
Region
coming
should
on.
be on x-axis, and yes, sales should be on y-axis. Okay. So now, when you want to plot this data x and y-axis, I prefer first to fill the y-axis and see what happens. So I want to bring sales onto y-axis. How to bring it? Now click on the sales, drag and drop onto your y-axis. Simple. You are getting a big single column here, right?
Okay.
Okay. This is a one big single column. When you hover the mouse, it is showing what is the total sales. If you can see, by default, it will take the sum. By default, your Power BI will show the sum of the sales. Means it will add all the sales value in your table. For example, if you can see here, you have a lot of sales values, right? So each and every product, how much it is. This column, entire, all this sum it will take, okay, up to the end. So all different sales values, that sum is here as of now. That is 2297,200.86. Okay, don't worry about the value that we can see later. Now I want to place the region on x-axis. So now let us bring the region on x-axis. Now see what drama your column will play. What happened now? When you place region on x-axis, what happened?
We got the sales by the region.
So it split your entire sales according to the different region wise, right? Right or wrong? What it is doing here, your entire sales, initially you have one single column, this is the total sales. Now it's split or distributed your single column into multiple columns basing on the region, right? So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regions you have, and it split your entire data according to the sales, or it is similar to your group by. So it is group by region and split your entire sales big column into multiple columns, right? Right or wrong?
Yes.
So you have to understand what is happening, right? Okay, I can find some small columns here, but what does it mean? That is important. Many people will mess up with understanding what does it mean, and finally you will be a failure data analyst. Okay, so don't be like that. Let us try to understand each and every step when we are doing something. What is happening? Okay, am I clear? Otherwise, even anybody
Yeah,
can,
sir.
right? Do you think a
Yes.
second standard guy cannot do this one? Do they need a engineer like you? All right. Okay. Now, if you look into your columns and your visual, it is looking like nothing. It is showing only region and what is the sales. But here, you have to format this visual to get more better experience of the visual at a single glance. Basically here northeast and southeast I added, I just want to eliminate that. So I will go to the transform data here, and what I can do is I will go to that here region, I will go, and here I just want to filter this, and I don't want this one. Okay, these three things I don't want. So I'm just filtering, the click on OK, and the click on close and apply. Now these two will go. So that because there is no data in that one much, so I don't need. Now these four are enough to me for my analytics. Okay. So west, east, central, south, there are four regions. If you can observe this one, the data displayed is according to the values of your each and every region descending order. So it is not in the alphabetical order of the region names, but it is in the order of your sales value. Now the next step is you have to add some extra spice to your visual so that it will give you more and more information. So that is called formatting your visual. Okay. Now let us look into this one. If you look here, this is your actual, you are here. This is your format visual. So I clicked on the format visual. So the first foremost important thing I want to do is here it is displaying only when I hover the mouse. I will enable this one. Here, if you can look into the data labels, it is disabled. Now I want to enable the data label. Now you can observe the values are also displaying on top of your column, right? M means
Yeah,
millions.
sir.
So it is displaying the data values also on top of your column. So this gives you more idea than before, right? If you can see like this, it is not giving you much better idea. But when you enable this data label, it is giving us a better idea. Am I right? Right or wrong?
Yes.
Yeah, sir.
Now, here there is x-axis, y-axis, grid lines, zoom slider, something here. Now let us explore one by one. Still we have some, we will explore these two and rest we can see in tomorrow. Okay, now let us look into x-axis. First it is enabled. If you disable, observe what change it will bring on your system. I am disabling this and please let me know what happened. What
Yes,
happened?
the regions are not showing.
So it is not showing the names of the regions, right?
Mhm.
And if you disable this one,
Numeric values.
it is not showing the scale on y-axis. This is the scale, or we can call it as basically scale on y-axis. Okay. Now let us click on this one to see what options you have. Now you are having the options like x-axis, what font you have to use. Even these names, west, east, central, south, you can change the font type. Let us say I will change to the changer, right? Even you can change the font size. Even you can make it bold. You can make it italic. You can make underline. Like this, you can do any changes to your font. That is what related to this font. What is the color? So I want to display it some. I want to change the color. I can change it, right? So you can do anything. If you use white, nothing will be displayed, right? So see, please remember here what colors and all you have to use. It depends upon your creativity. Okay, it depends upon your creativity. Now the title. So title text is auto, so don't worry about the title is this region. Here, this is title of x-axis. Now let us increase the size. The size is small. Right now, if you can see the region, this is changing. For example, I want to change this text. Let us say I want to put my name as the text. Yes, I can do it. Okay, but it does not have any meaning, please. Okay. Now let us see here. These are the other things you can change on your x-axis, right? So I hope what changes you can do on x-axis is very much clear to you all, right? Any doubt in that one?
No.
Similarly, when you go to y-axis, actually now x-axis contains only categorical data, text data, but y-axis contains numerical data. So definitely there is change in the parameters. For example, if you can see here, what is the minimum value to start? What is the maximum value to display up to from what value to what value? It is called the range of the scale on your y-axis. Don't unnecessarily don't change all these things. Okay, don't disturb these values. Let us Power BI will take decision what is the best. Okay, basically 99% we don't touch that one. Even you can convert into logarithmic scales. Okay, unless until you know what is the logarithmic scale, don't do these things. Okay, just getting log of those values in what range, so it will be in invert mode. So don't do all this. Means the zero is starting in the top and the highest value in the bottom. This does not look good. Okay, don't do all those things. Options are there. It does not mean that you have to use each and every option. Okay. And values, this is very interesting. I'm not interested anyhow, you guys know all this one. How you want your values to be displayed? As of now, it is displaying in millions. For example, I don't want these values to be in millions. I can convert into thousands. Even if scale is changed, automatically the values also change. Even I want to display them in billions, yes. Even it can be displayed in trillions. Okay, these are the options we are having, but don't use it. Better use auto. Yeah, tell me any question. So in the case, if you want to change the values, you can change here how it has to be displayed. Okay. So this is also better. You can leave to the Power BI to take its decision. Okay. Basically, it will take decision based on the min and max values. Now the next one is title. So again, I have shown you already what is the title, how to change the title and all. Same thing applicable here on y-axis also. There won't be any change. Okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Here. Now the next one is, let us, now the next one is grid lines. If you can observe, there is small blue dots in here as a grid. Now if you can see, I can make it little, for example, here it is showing dotted line. I can make it as a solid line. But here it is not showing well. Now what I can do, I can change the width. Now you can see the line, right? Are you guys able to see the line?
Yes.
Okay, I will change the color now. Are you guys able to see the lines now?
Yes.
Two lines.
Yes, sir.
That is called the grid. Okay, basically I can use the dashed one and I don't need any width. So I can make it 0 with 1 pixel so that it won't be visible much. Means it will not disturb your visual. Basically, if you have thick, big lines, that will disturb in understanding the visual. Okay. So even basically we use default color like this. So it won't display much. Okay. Now that is about grid lines, zoom slider. Anyhow, as of now, we don't need zoom slider. It will be on y-axis like this. For example, I can zoom down like this. Okay. I did not find any useful meaning of zoom slider here at this point of time. The next one is columns. So how, what color you want to be displayed. For example, here what spacing. For example, if I change the column, it will be changing like this. Okay. Don't do it. Don't keep these type of columns that looks very black and odd, right? So whether you want inner padding. So if you can see here, I increase the padding. Means this distance is called inner padding. Okay. So the distance I increase, or if you can make 0, they are like histogram combined together. Okay. So don't change all these things here. Just keep it default values. Okay. Next one is colors. This we have seen. Spacing we have seen. Next, that's it. That is about columns. Okay. Now next one, data labels we have seen. Plot area background. For example, if you want to change the background area, you can browse and even you can display any image here. Okay. For example, I want to display some image. So it will come like this. Okay. Some image you can place as a background of your visual. So anyhow, we don't use those things because those things will disturb the actual behavior or understanding the visual. Next one is general. General is title. For example, what title you are having? Sum of sales by region. That is called the title of the visual. Even you can change it sales by region. Total sales by region. Okay, something you can change it. Now, the placing, you can change the heading, whether you can make it a big header, small header, based on that. Even you can increase the font size, even you can change these things, okay, whatever it may be, the font type, and even you can change the font text color, okay. You can place it left-hand side or middle or right-hand edge. You have to decide, you can change that place also, okay. So these things are not much important with respect to the title. Next one, effects. Don't worry about effects. We can see, for example, what I have to have a visual border around my visual, you can enable it. For example, if you want to have some shadow, you can have like this. Even here, you can, yeah, the rounded corners. If you want to round the corners, it will have some beauty like this, right? So your visual has some beauty like this. Only these things are very important in this one. Okay, the general one. And what else? Effects we have seen. Header icons. Don't worry about header icons. What color and all. Okay, nothing much on that one. Then tooltips we can see later. Tooltips is very important because when you hover the mouse here, it is displaying something, right? So that is called the tooltip. How you can configure tooltips and all, we will learn slowly. Not now because you need some DAX functionality is also important to understand. Then we will learn how to use tooltips. So this is in brief about your first visual. Now I will show you one beauty in Power BI. For example, this is the visual. I created a stacked column chart. Now you go to your manager and you told, no, Mr. Venkat, I want this data to be in a table format. Then again, you will come with bad face and you will start open another page and create another table. No, that is not required. The beauty in Power BI is simply click on the table, everything will be converted into a table. Just like that, with a single click, you can convert one visual to another visual in most of the cases. Even if I say, no, yeah, I want in pie chart, over, your pie chart is ready. Again, I want in column chart, my column chart is ready. So you can transform one type of change from one type of visual to another type of visual just within no time. That advantage is there in Power BI. Okay. So you don't need to cry. For example, your manager, after preparing nice big report, after spending a lot of time in doing formatting, adding beautification and all, and suddenly he says, for example, he's a psycho manager, he will say, no man, I want in a table format. Then again, you feel that all your effort is waste. Don't feel, simply before his face only, click on a table, okay, take your table. That's all. Got my point? Is it a beautiful thing in Power BI or not? You guys appreciate this,
It is. It is.
right?
It is awesome.
Yeah. So let us continue tomorrow with the rest of the visuals in this first row. Yeah, please.
Venkat, I don't have the data sets